which is 85 points a game is what Indiana averages.
It's been choppy as Smith comes in and helps, but Gray underneath gets it to go.
All right, folks, welcome back. Today we're breaking down what happened when the Indiana Fever faced the Las Vegas Aces. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexie Hull, and Aaliyah Boston, the phenomenal four, missed their numbers in this game. But even in the loss, they're turning heads across the WNBA. Let's dive into the game, talk about what went wrong, and how Becky Hammon and Aja Wilson made sure the Fever didn't pull off the upset. The Fever came out swinging. Within minutes, Mitchell hit a smooth finger roll, followed by Hull draining a three like she was on fire. At this point, they had the Aces on their heels, forcing an early timeout. It was 5-0 Fever and the energy was electric. But as we all know, basketball is a game of momentum, and the Aces weren't going to roll over. It's like being at a party where the music's pumping and then someone trips over the speaker cable. Everything just comes to a halt. That's what happened next. Things fell apart after that strong start. The Fever's offense got jammed up, and let's be real. This offensive scheme tonight? Not it. I get the need to experiment, but when you put Wallace and Samuelson on the floor together, it felt like the offense got clogged up. The engine stalled and things got messy fast. Let's talk about this lineup for a second. Samuelson, Wallace, and Temi Fagbenle together. It was like throwing ingredients into a pot that don't mix, and the result was an offense that sputtered. Temi Fagbenle was solid defensively, causing trouble for Aja Wilson, and honestly, she needs more minutes, maybe even a starting spot. But Samuelson, not providing the help the Fever needed offensively or defensively. It was like watching a cooking show where the chef throws in random spices and hopes it tastes good. It didn't. This lineup experiment didn't work, and it showed. Meanwhile, Aja Wilson was doing what she does best. And let's be honest, if Aja had played in the game against the Liberty on Sunday, she probably would have broken the record in their own stadium, right? But hey, she was able to rest up, and it looks like she saved that extra energy for the Fever crowd tonight. How convenient. Now let's talk about that third quarter. It felt like the longest in WNBA history. We had reviews, a phantom foul, third quarter 1:19 remaining, the score, Aces 58, Fever 52. And an offense-initiated foul by the Aces point guard Chelsea Gray. Third quarter, 1 minute, 6 seconds remaining. The score, Aces 61, Fever 52. Both were called on Aaliyah Boston within a 13-second time frame. Now those were head-scratchers. It was a frustrating sequence that really broke the Fever's momentum. It's like watching a movie with too many slow-motion scenes. You're just sitting there thinking, can we get back to the action, please? And Becky Hammon, shout out to you. That timeout at 3:55 in the third quarter when the Fever had just cut your lead to 4. Genius move. The Aces regrouped and pushed the lead back up, leaving the Fever scrambling. Now here's the real heartbreaker. The phenomenal four didn't hit their usual numbers tonight. In our last breakdown, I mentioned that they need to average 22 points, 6 to 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in any combination to lock in playoff dominance. Well, tonight, they averaged just 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's like showing up to the final exam with all the wrong answers. The talent is there, but tonight they didn't quite deliver. Caitlin Clark had 16 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid, but not enough to turn the tide. Kelsey Mitchell? She put up 24 points and nailed 4 threes. And Lexie Hull, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Great hustle, but again, not quite enough. Aaliyah Boston struggled with fouls and fouled out tonight in the fourth quarter with just 6 points, though she did grab 10 boards and dished out 4 assists. So where did it all go wrong? Offensively, the Fever were held to 75 points and shot just 40%. That's just not going to cut it against a team like the Aces. Defensively, Temi Fagbenle was causing problems for Aja Wilson, but Samuelson wasn't providing enough support, and you could feel the frustration setting in. It's like trying to stop a flood with a bucket. Without the right support, things start to fall apart. And when you look at what Aja Wilson was doing, dropping buckets like it was practice, the Fever just couldn't match up in the paint. Wilson finished with 25 points, and the Aces rode her performance to the finish line with the final score of 86-75. At the end of the day, this was a tough one for the Fever. The potential is there. The Phenomenal Four just didn't hit their stride tonight. But here's the thing. This team is still turning heads around the league. Even in the loss, you can see the pieces coming together. If Clark, Mitchell, Hull, and Boston can get back on track and the crew steps up, this team is going to be a playoff problem. It's like a sports car with the handbrake still on. You know it's fast, but once it's unleashed, watch out. So what do you think? Can the Fever pull it together in time for the playoffs? Or is this a sign that they're not quite ready for prime time? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more WNBA breakdowns, takes, and updates. This season is heating up, and the Fever aren't done yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep ballin'.